So I am recording now, so I'm going to share the screen. And I just closed the other. Here we go. Sorry, give you guys a little glimpse here of my Dropbox. Okay. So back to how to take your product. So the first thing that we always start off, our number one seller is the Triplex combo. So that includes the Slim, the ProBio, the BioCleanse, and the X Factor. It's very important that when you have a customer, an ambassador, that we all treat them the same. So always like a new customer. So if I have a new ambassador, they're like a new customer to me because they're barely getting started on the products. They don't know what to expect. And we always give them instructions. So when you started, you have all been given an email with instructions on how to take the Triplex or what the product that you ordered. Save that email. And if you can't find it, they are available in the Facebook page under files. You'll find instructions there. You can just do a search there and it'll pop up. But again, here's the instructions. If you're just getting started, the Triplex is our number one seller. It is amazing. It covers gut health. It covers oxygenation, cleansing, and blood sugar balancing, as well as inflammation. So it's a number one seller, but with that comes detox symptoms. So be aware that somebody can possibly gain weight. Somebody can, feel bloated. Somebody can have headaches, just the symptoms of detoxing. So be aware what those are so that when you can address them to your customer or to your new ambassador. If you are joined under my team, you have been emailed an email and it includes the detox symptoms on there. So highly go over that and just explain that to somebody, because oftentimes people will quit right when the product is working. They'll feel bloated, they'll feel gassy, they can't sleep, or they have a headache, and then they immediately say, it didn't work for me, I don't want it anymore. So I've had people quit, but I think if we educate them before they get these symptoms, it is highly important. So this is just general guidelines. I always recommend 1 packet of Slim 30 minutes before breakfast or lunch, but preferably breakfast. 2 X Factors. Remember, the X Factor is a multivitamin patented with aloe vera. As you all know, aloe vera is a natural carrier absorber. So when you put it topically, it ingests about 180%, but when absorbed when you put it topically. But when you ingest it, it is double that. So you are getting the max of all your vitamins and minerals in the multivitamin with the X Factor, but also everything that you're consuming throughout the day. If you're eating healthy, like getting all your greens and your veggies in, all of that is being absorbed. If you've been on a multivitamin before, you probably have peed it out. Sorry, it's either lime green or lime yellow. That means it's not being absorbed. Once you take the X Factor multivitamin, you will notice that you won't have that funny smell in your pee, or you won't see that it's yellow or that it's green. You'll just see that everything is absorbed. Your nails will grow faster, your hair will grow faster. It's just an amazing product. BioCleanse, people get a little scared with the word cleanse, but this is very gentle and it can be used every single day. Not only does it cleanse, but it also helps detox and flush all the toxins out, but it also oxygenates every blood cell. It makes the body high alkaline and very oxygenated. And the ProBio, this is one that I also start off very, very, very slow. The ProBio kills the yeast and the candida overgrowth. And now I'll go more about compliance down further, but if somebody has too much yeast and they jump into the dose right away at 2, they may have some symptoms right away. So we want to definitely ease into it right away. I always start with 1 ProBio at night, and then check in with my customer or my ambassador on a regular basis and say, hey, how you're doing? After a week or 2 weeks, we can increase the dose. And then I check in with them again, how are you doing? Sometimes they'll feel fatigued, tired. That's just signs of the detox and that is working, because it is killing that yeast, and that yeast has been in our body for so long that when you remove it, your body is in shock, like, okay, what's going on here? You're taking something away from me. So it's going into the missing that yeast overgrowth, the candida. Whoops. Okay, so just keep in mind that everyone has different metabolism. Everybody has different levels of toxicity, and some people may feel fine with one BioCleanse. Others may need to have a higher dose of BioCleanse. Just myself, I started off with 1 and worked my way up to 3. So I take 3 in the morning and 3 at night. It's high, but that's what works for me. So find out what works for you. I don't recommend starting right away at 3. Okay. Sorry, did I skip another one? No. Start with a checklist. Okay, so your checklist, if you bought a welcome pack, you got this big box and it says the 10 steps to starting off. And one of them is be a product of the product. If you are taking Plexus, you are more likely to share how and what it's done for you to your friends and family. If it's helped you with energy, you can share that it's helped you with that. If it has helped you with kicking the sugar cravings, then share about that. As we don't want you to be on all the products, but the ones that you do know, share about those. So be a product of the product. And if you're unfamiliar with another product, look online, ask me. On our website, there's a lot of tools that explain each one of our products that we have. Here's another question that comes up. As an ambassador, you know that you are commission qualified. So to be commission qualified, now if you're thinking that you want to work this as a business, if you're there, then this is for you. To be commission qualified, you just need to have 100 PV each month. That's it. That'll qualify you for commissions. Now, if you have a customer come in and purchase another 100 PV, you're going to get 15% of that from that customer, and we'll talk more about that. But you must have 100 PV of your own or through another customer come in to be commission qualified. You don't always have to have 100 PV, but if you don't reach the 100 PV, either from a customer or yourself, then you're not commission qualified. As you start, write down your why. Why did you join Plexus? Oftentimes we forget why we do, if it was for weight loss, if it was for migraines, for a health issue, a health goal, something of that you want to address. Some people join because they see the compensation plan and immediately they want to work it. So write that goal down. Like, what are the possibilities that you can gain from Plexus, whether it's health-wise, financially, whatever it is. Dig deep into your heart and start writing it down. I think when we write it down, we get that emotion out. Include your family. I ask my kids, what would you like? And kids are fun. They just tell you exactly what they want. It's like Christmas every day. And they'll tell you, well, I want this, I want that toy. Think about the toys or the things that you would be able to have if you were to have financial freedom. Just dream. Don't be afraid to dream and to put stuff on there. Secondly is to make a dream team list. Your Frank's list on your success kit. There's a thing, it's called Frank's. Friends, relatives, acquaintances, all these people that are surrounded by you, that you work with, maybe from somebody. Start making a list and just think of how they could benefit from Plexus, whether it's if you know someone that suffers from migraine, somebody that has digestion issues, somebody that has pain issues, somebody that is looking for a part-time job. Write it down. Maybe your best friend, maybe, as you go to the gym, you want to grab your best friend and just, hey, let's go to the gym. Grab a buddy and start Plexus with. Think about how many times someone has asked you to join something. This is a good time to have them join you on your Plexus journey. You're excited about it. This is the best time to do it. Going back to that list, circle and highlight your dreamers. So if you have, I have a girlfriend from high school that I just really want her on my team. I'm going to circle her and I'm going to call her and I'm going to say, hey, I really want you to join me and lock arms with us. This is an amazing opportunity. How fun would it be to do this together? And maybe she might not see the business opportunity right away, but maybe the products, maybe she's needs something, so who knows? Just keep those in mind. Make sure that you are added to upline groups. So you've been added to your direct uplines page. If you're on my team, you've been added to Maria's Plexus Power team or Christy's or Brenda's. I don't know who else is on here. There are a lot of pages and we haven't added you to all of them because we don't want you to feel overwhelmed. If you feel that you are ready to be added to these pages, just say, hey, I think I want to join Jen's team. I think I want you to add me to Elizabeth's page. and they share different things. At one point we were all sharing the same things, and we kind of backed off of that because people were seeing it on a regular basis and it just kept going. It was just repetitive. But now we're adding different things. Each leader has their own different style. And if Jen is my upline, so is Elizabeth, Erin, and Audrey. And if you go into your dashboard, you'll see who your uplines are. So if you need to be added, if you feel like you want to be added to find a sideline sister, to find more support, you guys, this is big. Don't just think that it's the group page that you are on. It is bigger, and you have that support. So sometimes when I feel like, oh my gosh, I'm just alone here in my little world of Plexus, and no one cares, I don't have the support that I need, I reach out to other people, other ambassadors on my other sidelines from Jen's team or Elizabeth's team. It's really good to have that support. And as some of you have already known or kind of already seen, there is very supportive. From liking to commenting on your post, we have a very supportive team. Another thing that I like to throw out there is YouTube videos. And some of my favorite ones are Melissa Eichenhorst, Ame Darling. She's a master nutritionist from Vancouver, and she's amazing. Like the way she explains the triplex, I mean, it makes perfect sense. But these are some videos, and if you want to be directed with more videos, just give me a holler, send me a message and say, hey Maria, I want more videos. Which ones would you recommend? There's a lot of them out there, but some stick out to me more than others. You've probably seen Diamond documentaries. You probably get them every Thursday. So Diamond is the highest rank reach within our company. And every Thursday, they do like a little 8-minute blurb video on this person and how Plexus has changed their life, financially and health-wise. And then it shows pictures of their team and where they grow up and just people, day-to-day stuff that you might be able to relate to. We just had a local one, Erin. She's our upline, and we got to be part of her Diamond documentary, which was really, really, really cool. We also have a list of Diamond documentaries on our team page. So there's like a list of people that you might be able to connect with. So if, single mother of 5, corporate, left corporate America, whatever titles that you might see, under the age of 25, there's all these different titles, and they're all Diamond ambassadors. There's a lot of them. So that's a really fun to start off with. Make your first Plexus post. Some of you have already made your first Plexus post, and I congratulate you for that, because that is absolutely the hardest thing to do, is to share and to step outside of your comfort zone. But if you don't know what to post, ask your upline, something very short and sweet. We're going to talk about compliant posting, diseases, no giveaways. You can give samples and websites. So we'll talk a little bit more in detail with that. But expand your network daily. And what I mean expand your network is, if you feel comfortable, add ambassadors that are on our teams to your friends. They will come and they validate your post. They'll like it. It'll give them, every time you comment on a post 3 times, it bumps that post up on Facebook. So let's say that I go and post on Emily's post, and then Emily replies. You know how you can reply back? It's not going to bump her up. So instead, what I would do if I was Emily, I would go and set another comment and then tag myself, tag Maria. Well, thank you, Maria, da, 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 da. And then here comes Mindy and posts on hers. Instead of hitting reply, you can bump each other's post. So a post that has 3 comments goes back to the top. It's silly how, but that's how Plexus works. I mean, Facebook. So adding new ambassadors, if you have friends of friends, acquaintances, add them. Sometimes we tap into our warm market, and then our acquaintances can come in and we can reach out to them as well. So your first social media post, if you haven't made your post, this is the time to do it. Keep including your family and friends in your journey. So you could say, I just started this with my girlfriend, with my best friend. Your first post should be short, a 2-liner of why you started Plexus, and inviting your peers to join you. So for example, I could say, my friend Emily told me about these amazing supplements that helped her with her energy. I can't wait to start and see how they benefit me. Who wants to join this journey with me? So sweet, so, just short and to the point. And chances are that your friends have probably already heard of Plexus. Plexus is growing, and it's getting out there. A lot of people still don't know what Plexus is. They know other products, other companies, but some of them still don't know what Plexus is. But let me tell you this, if someone has already heard about Plexus from someone else, they might not feel comfortable asking that one person. They might relate to you, and they will feel comfortable asking you in a private message, okay, hey, Maria, really, tell me about this Plexus gig. Does it really work? They feel comfortable with you, and they can relate to you, and they know that you can validate it for them. So highly encourage you to keep posting on social media. Just like anything else, if you do post on social media, be consistent. If you are consistent, people know that you're taking it seriously. People can tell, we're always lurking. I know I'm always looking on Facebook to see who's posting what. But if I see that my friend Susie is no longer posting about Plexus, she just, posted maybe 4 or 5 times and then she dropped, I'm going to be questioning if she's still on Plexus. I'm like, well, maybe it didn't work for her, and probably, she's just dropped it. That's what people think, and I would have thought that too. Another thing is, so just be consistent. If you can post 1 to 2 a day and make it educational, make it inspirational. If it's gut health, regulating blood sugars, try to think different aspects about it, because sometimes what worked for me, it may not help Susie over there who is possibly dealing with an autoimmune disease. So think about ways that you can share compliantly. Make your post personal. So you could say something like, oh my gosh, because of this pink drink, I'm no longer dependent on 4 cups of coffee a day. That used to be me. But see how somebody might relate that and say, oh my gosh, well, I drink 4 cups of coffee. Maybe I should ask her about this pink drink. So just make it personal to how it's helped you, and people will relate. Again, don't just focus on one product. We have 16 different products that you can share about. And if you're unfamiliar, you can also just do a search on Facebook and just type in like Plexus products, and then something will pop up: block, accelerator, boost. Share about everything. If you keep sharing about one specific product, you already educated them on that. But what if you educate them on the X Factor multivitamin, on the Mega X? They'll be like, oh, I didn't know the Mega X was completely vegan. See, somebody might be looking for a Mega that is completely vegan. Excuse me. Also focus on the business opportunity. If you've joined, and maybe you've already been on here, what if you are getting your products paid for? You can post something like, oh my gosh, I just joined for wholesale and now I'm getting my products for free because I shared. Who does not like free products? Really? I mean, that was my first goal, was to get our products paid for. I shared about it, and then somebody's like, well, she's not paying for her products. I wonder how she's doing it. So see, create interest. Don't worry about offending others. I thought about that many, many times, and that pushed me back from sharing on Facebook. I thought that they were going to think, oh, there goes Maria again. She's posting about some other company she's just joined. Don't worry. You have what people need. You have what people are looking for, and they just haven't found it yet. So again, just don't worry. Get rid of fear. Get rid of they're going to block me. They're going to unfriend me. Chances are, if they do, they're not really your friend. So don't worry about that. Put that aside. Another thing that I see is people clicking on posts and sharing them. So for example, let's say that I shared a post, and then somebody comes and there's a little tab at the bottom that says share, and they share it. Well, you're giving me more credit, but you're not giving yourself credit because you're sharing something that I posted. And now it's completely fine, but what I recommend is cutting and copying the wording, and then copying, saving the picture and posting the picture. And then you can kind of toggle around with the wording so it comes from you. If you don't get likes, if you don't get comments on your posts, if you only get 1 or 2 and they're all Plexus ambassadors, don't be discouraged, because like I said, people are watching. They're waiting to see when is the right time to ask you a question. They're waiting for that comfortable time, that one time, okay, I'm going to ask Maria about this now. I have had so many people message me privately other than liking or commenting. And that's because they don't, they're very close people. They're close. They don't want people to know that, oh my gosh, she just asked Maria what Plexus is. So just keep sharing. Don't be discouraged if no one's liking or commenting. Remember, you are educating them. Don't spam your friends with Plexus posts. Every now and then, throw in pictures of your friends. If you like to cook, throw in pictures of your meals. If you like to go for walks or runs, share that out there. Share who you are. Weave Plexus into your life on Facebook. So if you scroll through Facebook and then you see, my gosh, there's a lot of Plexus posts. Okay, let's go in there and let's change it up and add a little bit about what I had for lunch today, or what I'm wearing, or anything. Make it so it's engaging, and so that the other people see, well, she's not just posting about Plexus, she's posting about other things as well. Some of the things that I preferably like to post 2 to 3 times a day, and let me tell you why. It might seem like a lot, but think about when you get up first thing in the morning. What do? We go to our Facebook and we scroll, right? That's the first thing that we do. We scroll on Facebook first thing in the morning. So then if you post in the morning, you're going to get those early birds that get up early in the morning and they can see your post. Lunchtime is also another great time, and dinner, or around that time that people go to bed. So I'd like to post about 2 to 3 times a day. And if you post just once in the morning, chances are that when Lucy gets on at 9 o'clock at night, she's not going to see your post that you posted at 9 a.m. So just keep that in mind. Here's a little bit about compliance. Okay, so we have to be very careful that we say that we do not treat, that we claim that we do not treat, prevent, or cure any diseases. Many people find that they have relief when using our products. We can't make claims of income, so I can't say how much I earn every month. I can't say what my paycheck is. I cannot publicly state that, but I can say something like, oh my gosh, my Plexus paycheck just helped pay for my mortgage. So it kind of gauges people, kind of gives them an idea of how much you're getting paid, but we can't automatically just post a number. We can't sell our products on eBay or Amazon. We just got an email about that today. We can't post the prices publicly, so I can't say that a bottle of Edge is $30 retail price. I can't say that. But what I can say is they're under $35, something like that. You can only say that the membership to join is $35. That is allowed. We can't post personal deals. We used to be able to, but we got cracked down on that because of people going with other ambassadors who they're already working with. And then, somebody offered a deal, so they went with them. So we no longer can do that. So we can't say, special gift if you join my team, or I will pay for your joining fee if you join my team. We can't post that. But we can do is, I guess that's further down. So no special discounts unless it's only by Plexus. Okay. To be compliant when you're posting, also here we go with diseases. Think about where you can say, are you tired? Are you moody? You can't say you have sleep apnea, but you can say you have poor sleep. Anxious, if you have a poor immune system, skin issues, overweight. So think about the wording around it. Think about what you couldn't do before Plexus and what you're able to do now. So think about just describing it rather than saying if it's a disease, or if it's a symptom, or if it's something like, actually migraines is another one that we get hit on a lot. You can just say discomfort, skin issues, digestion, all those kinds of things are okay to post. If you post something and it has a disease name, and if I don't like it, it's probably because I will also be held accountable if I like someone's post and it names, diseases, or it's non-compliant. They're just really cracking down on Facebook. Okay, so you post it on social media. So what if someone shows interest? So when someone shows interest on your post, message them immediately if you can, or after you're off work, of course. Make a list and just say, oh my gosh, Lisa, thank you so much for liking my Plexus post. Have you ever heard of Plexus? See how just short and sweet that is? Have you ever heard of Plexus? You leave them with a question. Don't give away too much information. I used to vomit Plexus before, and I would just say, oh my gosh, it's this, and it's done this, and it's done that. And next thing you know, they have a bunch of information that they're still trying to decipher. So again, just the least information you give is the best. Include your sponsor if you don't feel comfortable asking alone. So you can say, hey, John, I just put you in a 3-way message with my sponsor, or my friend Maria, who is, knows more about how Plexus can help you. Until you feel comfortable, then you can do it on your own. Because remember, we want to establish those relationships with our peers. Consult and ask questions. So show them that you care. We want to build that relationship. We want to nurture that relationship. So if Susie is telling me, you know, that she's interested about Plexus, I'm going to go back to her and say, hey, Susie, I know you could say Plexus is a health and natural wellness company, but tell me, what are your health goals so that I can better describe what can help you? And we're not talking about prices yet. I'm not giving her my website yet. I'm not telling her to order the triplex. I'm not telling her to order what. I want her to tell me what her health goals are, and based on that is how I'm going to recommend product for her, and I can give her a price. Again, remember, we're not selling stuff, we're just sharing. And if they say no, hey, that's okay. It may or may not be for them. That's perfectly fine. Send them product recommendations as you see as what they need. Okay, so we go back to the products that are recommended. The number one product that is recommended is the triplex. And that's with the X factor, that's called the Fab 4. So here are a few of the things that they can expect with the triplex. Improved health, weight loss is a side effect, improved gut and bowel health, immune system, a boosted immune system, reduced sugar cravings, no more brain fog, less fatigue, and more energy. See how I can say that you're going to get rid of, I'm not saying that you're going to help, it's going to help you treat or cure these diseases or whatever it is, symptoms, I should say. It's just saying it can help improve all these things. And then here's just something about a price. So I would say, you know, as wholesale, you can get the triplex for $109 and the X Factor multivitamin is about $31, $32. So that would give you about $141 minus or on top of the membership price. So another thing is keep a list of everybody who's messaged you. I will write in dates, I will check mark, and then follow up. Follow up that's where the fortune is at. Unfortunately, a very small percentage of people will purchase product right away from the very first time you tell them that. So on this little graphic here that I say, it says 48% of sales never follow up with prospects. So people just don't follow up. So therefore they're just going to let it go. And as you can see down, how those increase based on the follow-up. So remember to follow up and just be a friendly reminder. Just, hey, I know that you asked me about Plexus. I sent you some information. You know, have you had time to look at it? Leave them with a question mark. Or what questions do you have for me? It's also another good question. Okay, sorry. I don't want to skip over all these slides. There we go. So silver in 7 days. If you just joined or if you have somebody joining your team, let the first goal is to go to silver. Go to silver ambassador. So if you have somebody joining you, I always ask, you know, if you ever want to work this, if you ever want to share, just let me know. I never really push it, but I leave it with a little thing. I'm like, would you be interested in working this as a business? Would you be interested in getting your product paid for? Those are some questions to ask your new ambassadors as they join your team. And if they say yes, let's get them to silver within 7 days. And everything that you and I had talked about prior about making a list and following up, use those to so that they can also do the same thing that you just did about reaching out to their friends and family. So going silver means that you've personally sponsored 3 ambassadors with a welcome pack or at least 100 PV. First, you want to reach out to your warm market. That's your friends and family, close relatives, people that you work with, that you're really close with. Reach out to those first. Remember how excited you are, or you were, and you still are when you first joined? This is something new. And every time we start something new, we're excited, we're nervous, but we just want to get everybody on board, correct? That's when you want to invite people. And that's when your new ambassadors, when they're excited, get them on board too. Just, hey, how can we get your products paid for? You can do a sip and see. You can do an online virtual party, kind of like what I did last week. You could do a Zoom like we're doing right now, or in person, and just learn about the products. I usually just highlight the Fab 4, depending if they have other goals, I'll address those. Work really closely with your upline. So in this case, if you already have an ambassador, work really close with them as well. And then hold yourself accountable for reaching out and following through with them. This is the new graphic on 3 ways to buy. So customers and ambassadors now get a full 60-day money-back guarantee. This is completely new. Something to keep in mind is that you can always, if you have a customer who loves the product and just absolutely loves it, you can flip them over to an ambassador. And what that means is that they are now getting the product's wholesale price. What that means for you is, what if they really love the product and they start to share? Your team may potentially grow. And think about how many lives are going to be changed. If that one person who really likes the product and what it's done for them and they're willing to share, I mean, that's how we all got here. I signed up for wholesale. I didn't want nothing to do with business. I just wanted to get the lowest price possible. That's it. But, as things started to work, I started to share, and I shared with somebody who likes to share, and they shared with somebody who likes to share, and then it just grows. And next thing you know, you have a team. So this is completely accidental, maybe God sent, who knows, but this is how our business grows. But these are the 3 ways to purchase. So everybody does get a 60-day money-back guarantee. A retail customer is only a one-time purchase. They don't want an auto shipment, no minimum order. A preferred customer, they get a slighter discount, and they also don't have to have a shipment. They can cancel. They get an account. They don't have to pay for that account. They just go in and cancel it or call customer service, and they can cancel that next auto shipment. There's no minimum order. And then as a wholesale ambassador, you get the lowest prices available, and you just pay $35 a year, just like a Costco membership. There's still no auto shipment. You don't have to. You can go in manually and have that. Pretty sweet. To be commission qualified, we talked a little bit about this. Okay, so say you have your 100 PV. Okay, let me read this because I'm going to jump all over. So your backup order. Some people say, well, what's a backup order? When you first signed up and there was a little button at the bottom that said backup order. So your backup order is your next month's shipment. And it's just there to protect you so that you have your products and you have them in time so that you don't run out. Remember how we build up on our BioCleanse and our probiotic? We gradually build up on those. Well, this is just so that you don't run out, because sometimes life gets busy and we forget to put it in order. Next thing you know, we are about 5 days late and we have to, up our product again with the BioCleanse and the probiotic. Now it'll ask you if you want it to conditional or unconditional. Remember, this is completely optional. So the conditional part means that your order will only ship if you have not met the 100 PV. So for example, I have my order is conditional, but I have it set to the 25th of every month. So if I have not met the 100 PV from a customer or another person's order prior to the 25th, then that means my order is going to ship on the 25th. If I have a customer before the 25th and it's at least 100 PV, my order will not ship. So that means that I have to go in there manually and create my order. Unconditional means it'll just ship regardless. So mine's always set for, I think it's like the 5th of the month. It always comes to me just because I know that I'll forget. So my products are already there in the basket and I get charged for them basically. You don't have to have this. That's the beauty about this Plexus and this company, is that you don't have to have it in place. You can just go in there manually and still be commission qualified. Here's another thing. So let's say you have 80 PV, but you won't be commission qualified if you reach 80 PV. You have to have at least 100 PV. Oh, that just explained what I just talked about before. So let's say that you have an ambassador join your team and they only have 93 PV. 93, that's a volume. That's not really necessarily dollar amount, but it's about dollar volume amount. So you're not going to get paid on them because they haven't reached the 100 PV. So we want to sign up ambassadors that'll reach at least 100 PV. I mean, it benefits them, but it doesn't benefit you. And if they're paying $35 a membership for just to get 1 or 2 products, it doesn't really pay up for the membership. So just keep that in mind. If I've confused you, we'll come back to that. This is really blurry for some reason, but this is the compensation plan. With Plexus, we get paid 11 different ways. It's crazy. And every time I looked at this, I was confused. I wanted nothing to do with it. But as I started earning money, I would go based on the box. And so as you can see here, let's see here. There we go. Might be a little blurry. So the first box, I always start at the bottom. This is how you get paid. So let's say that you have 99 PV. You don't get paid commission override, okay? But if you reach over 100 PV, this is, okay, sorry, this is on your level 1. So let's say I just went silver and I have 3 ambassadors, okay? So if there are over 100 PV, not a welcome pack, but just over 100 PV, I get 5% of that back. So if they order a triplex, I get $5 back, just on this box right here. That's just one way to get paid, okay? Now let's move over here. If my volume, including my volume and my customer's volume is, oh, it's getting really dark in here. if it's over 100 PV, I earn 15%. And if we get to the 500 PV, we earn 25%. Now remember, we got to cut off that first 100. So let's say I just made 500 PV. I'm going to make 25% of the 400. The first 100, you don't get paid on, remember? Just like this box over here. So that's one way. This is 2 ways. And then there's a fast start achievement. So if you go fast start gold within your first 30 days, you get a double bonus. Not only a double silver bonus, but also a double gold bonus, which can be $750 just in bonuses, not counting commission override. Every time you have an ambassador join your team with a welcome pack, this right here, you get 15% of that to you. So $25 if they buy the $99 welcome pack, and then it goes up 4 levels. They get paid. So if you have 3 levels down in the recruiting, you're still getting paid on those building bonus welcome packs. So that's another way. Here's another way we get paid is by levels. So if you've sponsored a level 1, you get paid by points. And right now it's kind of like a stock. And right now they're worth $2.80. So we want our ambassadors to be active. That brings the pay point value up. So that would be about, what, $16 for every level 1 that I have that is active. And then you get also the 5% commission override. If you have a preferred customer, this is where you really make money right here. So let's say you have a preferred customer that buys a triplex every month, you are getting a $20 bonus on that triplex. This is only for preferred customers, but you're also getting paid the retail rewards commission. Remember, you're either getting paid 15%, but let's say you make it to at least 500 PV, you're gonna get about $45, $47 for that triplex combo every single month from that customer. And then we go into the, sorry, my title's over here, into the ranks. So you get paid by ranks. When you go silver, you go $100 bonus. And then there's another 8 ways here to get paid. So don't want to confuse you, but we'll leave it there. If you have questions, I can gladly answer them. This is a scale of what it looks like to be and how to rank. So first, when you signed up, you're right here. You're an ambassador. You first signed up. Let's say you have 2 ambassadors in your team. You are a senior ambassador. Okay, congrats. You have 2 signed people under your team. Silver is right here. So you have 3 ambassadors and a total of 15 points. So each person is 5 points. So there you go. You get a $100 bonus, but this month you get double bonus. To go gold, you need 100 points, which is about 100 divided by 5 is 20 people. So 20 people in your organization and you get gold and a $250 bonus. And then we go up to senior gold and the points. And we go up to ruby and the points and the bonuses, and then senior ruby. And then you go up to emerald, sapphire, and diamond. And these are really tiny, small, but this is just kind of an average based on the $28,000 a year, which is a national average for income. And now Plexus compares their incomes to theirs. Fast Start Gold, I mentioned that here a little bit, is if you add 20 ambassadors with a welcome pack or at least 100 PV in your levels 1 through 3 in your first 30 days, you get a double bonus. So I believe it's $750. But this month, if you reach it, it's $1,400. So you're doubling it, remember? So you get the silver bonus, you get the gold bonus. You double all of this based on this this other way you get paid. You have a potential of making over $1,000 in your first month. Pretty amazing, and it's doable. I just remember the power of 3. So go silver every single month. I try to, present the opportunity, present the products to at least 3 people every month. That's doable. That's totally doable. And if you replicate that down your team, think about how big your organization is going to grow. remember to use your upline. If you don't get this, use your upline. I know I'm throwing a lot of information out there right now, but you can definitely do this. Think of 3 people that will want to join you. And then those people will have friends that will want to join them. And we have products that work, that deliver, that have a money back guarantee, even on wholesale membership. That is pretty amazing in itself. So last things before we finish is the keys to success. Remember to work your business. If you work your business as a hobby, you will get hobby money. If you work your business like a business, you're going to get business money. All right. I'm pretty thrilled to say that these people that are going silver this month, they're possibly earning about $500 in the first month. And that's why we want to get our ambassadors to silver right away from the get-go, because this compensation plan is unlike anything else out there. I've done multi-level marketing before, and this compensation plan is very generous, and people stick with it because they earn money from the very beginning. They don't have to wait till they, climb up the totem pole and get that money. They get it right away as a silver ambassador. I mean, $500 is very doable with bonuses, with customer base. It's just easy. And if you have any questions about how to make $500, reach out to me, because it is doable, completely doable. Like I said, consistency is key. If you keep sharing, you're going to get interest. You're going to get questions. You're going to have more people come to you. If you are a busy mom, if you're a busy person and you just don't have time, work it in the nooks and crannies of your day. If you have 15 minutes in the morning, message your people in those 15 minutes. If they respond back to you, maybe another 15 minutes throughout the day. That's when you can respond back to them. Post on social media. Always should post on social media. If you're feeling overwhelmed, talk to me, because we need to break this down. Okay, remember, we want this to be a part of your life, not your whole life. Don't be a salesperson. A lot of friends will tell me, well, I'm not a salesperson, Maria. I just can't sell. Well, neither can I. I hated sales. When actually the other companies that I did, I was petrified to reach out to my friends. But I feel like we have products that change people's lives, and they're drawn to it. And because we have hundreds of testimonies out there, you have your own testimony of what it's done for you. Maybe in the first 7 days of month or whatever it is, you have believe in these. That's why you joined. Educate your ambassadors. The easier it is, if you grow a team, just pour into your own people that you sponsor, like your level ones. If you personally sponsor, that's who you want to pour into, so that they can duplicate those down their levels. And it's easy. You don't have to be training 7, 8 levels deep. You don't have to. Just focus on your runners and go with them. I will tell you, if you recruit 10 people, only 2 of those are really going to make it. The other 8 of them, they'll probably do something with it. They might fall off the wagon. That's okay. It's just, that's a given. That's just in day-to-day stuff. 80% of people don't work. 20% of people do work. Go for no's. If you feel like you just don't like to be rejected, go for no's. Here's the one thing. When you go out for breakfast and the waitress comes over to your table and she asks if she can pour more coffee on your cup, and you just say, no, thank you. Do you think she gets offended? Do you think that she gets hurt? No. So the same thing, if you offer it to someone, if you say, hey, I think Plexus might be what what I would love you to join Plexus, or I would love you to do Plexus with me, whatever. And if they say no, don't feel bad. They just means no. It just not right now. A no, it just means I'm not ready for it right now. Maybe you just planted a seed. Maybe they're curious about it now. Maybe they're going to stalk you on Facebook. But don't be discouraged. Always go for no's. I'm saying, you know what? I'm going to reach out to her. I know she probably doesn't need it, but I'm going to offer it to her. What if she says yes, but I'm going for that no? I'm going to be in surprise, right? Set goals. Go for silver within your first month and try to get at least 500 PV in volume. Stay in touch with your sponsor. Stay in touch and follow up with everyone who's asked you about Plexus. And what I say by follow up, not just once, not just twice. If it takes them a while, I follow up with them maybe every 3 weeks, maybe once a month. I still have my list and I'll check off. Some of them I already highlighted because they joined my team or became a customer. And I just keep following up with my customers, ambassadors, and my new potentials. It's just, I like it. And the beauty of this is that I get to talk to people, and I like that. Even though I'm in my own home, I mean, internet and Facebook is awesome. So awesome. All right, so now I'm going to open it up to questions. I'm going to unmute you all. But if you have any questions, this is a good time. So we're not recording anymore. I'm going to turn the light. Any questions?
I have one.
Yes.
I got it. Boy, I'm echoing.
Oh, hold on a sec, Loretta. Okay. Sorry, maybe it's my phone. Remember, I don't know. Was it echoing before?
I wasn't
Okay.
speaking before.
Okay, here we go. All right, what's your question, hon?
Okay. My last check I got was a lot bigger than expected.
What was what?
A lot bigger than I expected.
A lot bigger?
Yeah.
Ah, that's awesome.
But I was trying to figure out how I got it. Oh, my echo is